Do I look like a greaser? I have decided it is time for me to join a gang. It has been made apparent that gangs are the only places you can find friendships like these. The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This book was like if this was a restaurant instead of a book, it would be that restaurant in Ratatouille that had 5 stars before the mean critic came and gave it 4 stars, and then the chef died so it only had 3 stars. This is the 5-star Gusteau of the literary world. Okay, so The Outsiders, S.E. Hinton. If you're a kid, you're either two things. You're either a greaser or a hood. The name is interchangeable, but it's commonly regarded that hoods are worse than greasers. But you're either a no-good vagabond down on his luck, no money, your hair is slicked back with car oil, you dress all sharp like this, or you are a soch. I think that's how you pronounce it. It looks like sock without a K, but it's pronounced soches, I believe. Don't kill me. Don't quote me either. Don't do either. So the soches are your standard rich, preppy kids who like to rough and tumble with the greasers, those no-good layabouts, who are not layabouts, thank you very much. They're people too. These two groups hate each other, all because the other side sees that they have something that they're missing. And if they just come together and talk about their differences, maybe something wouldn't have happened and someone wouldn't have suffered. Only my favorite character. So with this ongoing animosity between the two groups, we jump into the life of our main character, Ponyboy. And he's the youngest in his little gang of greasers. First chapter, we jump right into him when he's getting mugged by some soches. But guess who comes to his rescue? The gang. I love the gang. My second only qualm with this book is that we meet all the gang members at once, so it sort of like info dumps us with like what they look like, their personalities, but you get to know them all so well. Except maybe Steve. I still don't know Steve. Let me see if I can name them off the top of my head. We have Ponyboy, our protagonist, his brother Soda Pop, and then his older brother Derry. Then there's Dallas, then there's Johnny, Two-Bit, Steve. Oh man, I feel like I'm missing someone. Why I'm looking for that extra someone. Yeah, Ponyboy and Soda Pop are their real names. Their dad was so creative. And their poor big brother Derry, his name's Daryl. They just shortened it to Derry. No, I think I got them all. Good job, me. Ponyboy is the youngest of the gang. He's a little unsure of himself. He's like a little puppy. He likes to put his nose into everything. Then it bites him. He just like runs off whining. But it's so adorable. He's a smart kid, but like his big brother Derry says,
you just never use your head. You got all those brains, but you don't use them.
Then there's Dally, or Dallas, the guy who has it in for the world and just hates everything. Relatable. And then there is sweet, sweet Johnny, who is the pet of the gang. He has a horrible home life, he's kicked around, and he's only able to talk, barely talk, but some talking is done in his group, his intimate group of greasers. The friendships are so friendly. It's like so many brothers together, and I loved them. I liked how they teased each other gently. Not too bad, but still. You could tell everybody in this group loved each other to pieces. Loved each other enough to start a whole gang war. So the beginning of the book starts out casual enough. Ponyboy gets mugged, his friends come to his rescue, then he and his best buddy Johnny, the pet of the group, just go and hang out with each other, just living their best life. But then unspeakable tragedy happens, and Johnny and Ponyboy must throw away all that they know and run on the lam. The Outsiders. So if you're like me, and you thought this book was just about the poor kids and the rich kids that hate each other, then they fight each other, then some girl comes along and shows them how they're so alike, and they make up and they're all friends, and someone gets the girl gets the guy, I will tell you this, there is no romance in this book. None. Like, flirting, that's sort of mean flirting. It's not romantic. It's just, boy, you crazy. And the little clashes between the soches and the greasers, they are so minor compared to all the other stuff that's happening with our characters. This is a character-driven book. And you're definitely going to be able to find yourself in one of these characters because they cover basically every human stereotype. But in a good way. in a happy way. I like these boys. I want to marry them all. I cannot recommend this enough if you like some good old fist fighting action, some brother bond building, some on the lam action, just some bros looking out for some other bros. And you also realize that the other guy over there, he may look better than you. He may wear fancier clothes than you. He may not have as much grease in his hair. But there's something messed up with his life too. We're all human. This is a book of connecting, of rebuilding, which is good for a book like this because I had to rebuild my heart after 2 certain things happened, which I will not tell you. They just happened. Oh, another little qualm I had going into the book was like, oh, it was written in the 50s. It's gonna read stuffy, pretentious, not at all modern. It reads like it was written today. It's so just, hey, this is our life. Live it with us. I just can't. Please, just read it, please. Although, little fun fact, the book does end in a way that is identical to another book I own. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because that will give the ending away like that. But if you guys are able to tell me what book series ends the same way this does, when I read your comment, I will salute you with a thumbs up into the air. But yeah, so, since all these cool cats have, like, their cool little greaser names, I decided I need some. Because, you know, you gotta have that reputation. You got Pony Boy, Soda Pop, Dairy, 2-Bits, Dally, short for Dallas. Dally is such a good character too. Another complaint, super small, just my preference. Dairy, Dally, super similar names, took me forever to tell them apart. Only way I was able to was Dairy, the older brother, has 2 R's. Big brothers are supposed to be double responsible. 2 R's, double responsible. Got it. Dally, 2 L's, double the loser. He's not a loser. But anyways, like I was saying, I need a new thug name. So I have made a list. Please vote on what you think is the best thug name for me. Bony Knuckles. That's what they call me in the fighting ring. Brick Wall. Bull Rush. Those are my soccer nicknames. I was an immovable defenseman. You run into my territory, I sweep you, I hit you in the shin. The referee won't see it because I'm super fast, and I'm already at the goal. Chunky Monkey. That's what my mama calls me. Weirdo. Also what my mama calls me. Queso. That's what my friend Flo calls me. Because, you know, queso, Casey. It's clever. And finally, the Red Heifer. Please vote on my new nickname, and I will have it tattooed upon my chin. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening. Please go out there and read The Outsiders. See it, memorize it. You need to read it. And I'll see you guys next time. Please comment on how much you love Johnny and how much you just want to take him home and give him some hot chocolate. Tell him everything will be okay. Thanks for visiting my bookcase, and bye-bye. Look at these bony knuckles. You subscribe or else.